Hello and welcome back to another episode of AI Showdown. I'm Silent the Hermit. Today we have Vlandia facing off against the Khuzait on a plains map. So we'll have Khuzait open up with their mounted archers coming in at 168 skirmishers to harass the Vlandian line. They will be met with the Vlandian left flank. Get a good charge off to the side. Archer dismounted. Most of the unit will continue to fire off. Fortunately, the Vlandian crossbowmen have wide heavy shields on their backs, protect them from arrow fire from the rear. I do believe this is the commander on foot. They could take her out early. Get a decent morale advantage, as Vlandian units will have lesser morale. We do have a cavalry engagement over on this flank. Khuzaits are currently outnumbered. Most of their lancers are still in reserve. Now, since Khuzaits are a force-heavy faction, their force ratio takes up over half of their army. Vlandia does have the advantage in infantry, sporting roughly 40% infantry compared to the 30 or so percent infantry for the Khuzaits. Most of the Khuzaits' advantage will come down to their cavalry. If the mounted skirmishers can take care of the Vlandian cavalry as well as their infantry and archers. Infantry lines are engaging. A little bit of engagement. They do have the range on the Darkon. Darkon have spears and maces. All of Vlandia have spears and pole arms. The Vlandian knights are getting caught up in the archers, getting shot off their horses, but they are lining up to circle charge the back archer line, while the Khuzait cavalry, they are focusing on the infantry line. Vlandians, they're hitting the archers first and then diving into the infantry. Tip the scale in their favor. Vlandian crossbows are left unchecked, firing into the archers and mounted archers. Vlandia will mop up the infantry line and then push forward into the archers. Khuzait will have to wait for their reinforcements. be able to turn this around. The remaining Khuzait archers are retreating. Their reinforcements have not yet arrived. Oh, here they are. They're over on this side of the battlefield. So we do have Darkon reinforcements as well as tier 5 archers. 230 mounted archers for the Khuzaits. They've made their way to the reinforcement line of Vlandia. See if they can get a couple of kills off. They could pack off a couple of these reinforcements. It will help them for when they start to re-engage. Vlandian or Khuzait Cavalry are just sitting here. A fraction of Vlandians are in retreat. They could take this opportunity to harass them from behind. Vlandia still has the advantage of their melee cavalry. It looks like they're going to charge right into the mounted archers. Good frontal charge off. Here's some damage to the horses. Now, Khuzait horses, they are not heavily armored, favoring speed. They have that half barding. Makes them faster, but more vulnerable. I believe the Vlandian Banner Knights, they are in chainmail barding, so they have more endurance. Take a look at the score. Score is still relatively even. Both commanders are down. Khuzaits are losing at a faster rate, most likely for whenever their horses charge into the pikes and the spears, they get dismounted almost immediately and then cleaned up. So you see they are in spear brace, waiting for a charge to come off. Does look like half of the skirmishers are out of ammo. Once they deplete all of their arrow supply, they will turn into melee cab with their glaives. But so far, Vlandia has been adept at dismounting any charge coming their way. As soon as the cavalry gets into the fray, into the melee of Vlandia infantry, to get dehorsed. Marching into the front, chasing down the horses. They have no fear of being outplayed by the Khuzaits. Once the horses charge at them, they just need to stop, put up their spears, looks like we have a massive tangle of horses as Vlandia charges straight into skirmishing archers. I had thought that the AI battle mod would turn their any mounted archers that are out of ammo. I thought they would automatically group them into cavalry, melee cav. So they could really use the buffer. They are outnumbered 2-1 by the Vlandian cavalry right now. So having all of those glaives at the ready into this group here could probably help them win the skirmish with the Vlandian cavalry. It look like Khuzaits are getting their reinforcements all the way from over here. We have more. Who are these? These are more Vlandians coming in. Reinforced their already strong cavalry flanks. Vlandia has pulled ahead by roughly 100. Have 100 kills on the Khuzaits. Does look like Vlandia has not made any use of their sharpshooters, or their sharpshooters have contributed most of the kills. Surprisingly little from the cavalry, mostly the sharpshooters and the pikes and the Volliers. The horse archers do not seem to be contributing much. They are the heavy horse archers. Okay, the Khan's Guard. So they are actually leading in the kills for the Khuzaits. Looks like crossbows are getting caught in the middle of a cavalry run through. There we go. We have the glaives coming out. There you have it. Massive force of 150 cavalry going in for the cycle charge. If they could focus down the crossbowmen, would deal a massive blow to Vlandia. Here we have them attacking spears from behind, but they're getting stopped in their tracks. Spears will be a difficult obstacle for the Khuzaits to overcome. Cavalry line is so wide. There's two flanks of 100 apiece. Here we might see them lose quite a bit as they charge into the pikes. They get stuck. All that piercing damage just eat right through them. Khuzait just run through the crossbows. They are basically finished at this point. If the Khuzaits can get the pikes on the run, they might be able to pull ahead. Vlandia is still up by 100. They still have 100 infantry in reserve. They are making their way to their allies. No fear in the world. Just have to move and park it. Massive reach of those pikes. If the Khuzaits can get a lucky charge off, though. Get their lances into Vlandia infantry before the pikes get them. They will. They will secure a kill. But in each pass-through, Khuzaits lose more and more horses. Vlandia still has 100 of their own mounted knights on the field. It does look like Vlandia will run away with this. Able to hold their own on Khuzait home territory. Khuzaits will be able to have a chance to redeem themselves in the next episode, as they will take their turn as the attacker. They will face off against the Battanians and their archer-heavy army. With their victory over the Khuzaits, Vlandia is up another point. Looking at the standings now, we have Vlandia with 2 wins and 0 losses in first place. The Empire in second with 1 win and 0 losses. Aserai in third with 1 win and 1 loss each. Britannia has yet to take to the field. Khuzaits are in fifth with 0 wins and 1 loss. And then Sturgia rounds out the bottom with 0 wins and 2 losses. So our next battle will feature the Khuzaits against Britannia. Britannia will have a chance to find themselves on the board. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time.